Hey friends, it's Missy again. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'm back with a new layout for Hip Kit Club, and I'm using the 2019 May kits for this layout. And I went through the papers and the project life cards and just sort of picked out some things that I was in the mood to use. I was kind of drawn towards the pinks and the oranges, and at first glance I didn't really think there was a lot of orange in the kits, but the more I looked, the more I realized that there were papers with orange in them. And so I thought that a pink, orange, and turquoise light blue color scheme would be pretty. And so I went through and just picked out those things, and I thought I would start to fussy cut some images out and just sort of start there and see where it takes me. And when I first saw this peach paper, I thought, there's no way I'm going to use this paper. And this is the second time I've used it. Never say never. So in my previous layout last week, I just cut out some of the pink flowers and the leaves. But in this one, I decided to go with orange. And so I'm going to cut out the full peach here with some of the flowers attached. And then I cut out a couple of other, I cut out a couple of those gold foiled vellum flowers. And then I just went through all these pattern papers, and I'm just going to kind of cut and tear little rectangles out. And I don't even know where this idea came from, but I just wanted to use a lot of different pattern papers. I really love this paper from the Horizon collection. I'm going to use the orange side and the side with the little plus signs on it, and I'm going to somehow arrange all of these pieces that I've cut out onto a background and go with it. Sometimes I'm in the mood to use less pattern paper and more mixed media, and for some reason this layout I was in the mood to use more things and less mixed media, which is not like me. I do still use mixed media, but I just wanted to use a lot of these little pieces of paper and embellishments that I cut out and arrange them on a page and sort of make a really pretty, light, summery page. So I'm just playing around here with the pieces and trying to figure out how I want to layer them so all the colors are kind of spaced out. And I have the perfect photo for this. This is Paige from, I think, 2014, July, and she's playing in the front yard. We rigged a water hose up in the tree, and she was running through it, and of course she had to drink out of it, so naturally I had to take pictures. And her swimsuit is white and orange stripes with a pink starfish on it, and so the colors are perfect for this, and it's definitely a really cute summer photo. That's actually not a pool photo. You know, for me, most of my summer photos are in the pool, and this particular day we were in the front yard and my husband was doing something with the hose, and so we didn't have it up there for very long, but she did run through it for a few minutes. But anyway, so I've got some embellishments over there to the side. I've got some of the chipboard, some of the exclusive die cuts. I'm going to wind up using some stickers. A lot of this stuff is from the Crate Paper All Heart collection. I do have a couple pieces in there from the Horizon collection from Paige Evans, as well as the text paper there is from Dear Lizzie. So also the peach paper is from Dear Lizzie. So there's quite a mix, but the bulk of the things that we got this month are from All Heart Crate Paper. And so yeah, I'm just going to start to play around here. I'm pretty sure at this point I'm going to use a white background, but when I was piecing all this together, I wasn't even really concerned with what I was going to use as a background yet. Sometimes I start with a background. In this case, I started with everything else first. So, you know, I have no rhyme or reason. It just depends on the papers. It depends on the photo. It just so much depends on each individual layout as to how I started. So, and you know, I have to be honest, when I first started this, I wanted to try to challenge myself to use those peaches. And I thought, well, I can make a summer layout with the peaches and, you know, make it all just peachy or something to do with peaches. And I don't even do that. Honestly, the peaches on this layout are just kind of random and they match, but they do kind of scream summer to me, even though not necessarily this particular photo, but I'm gonna make it work. And I think in the end it looks really cute. So I've got all of that pretty much stuck together, and I'm gonna fold up, kind of bend up and distress the edges of everything to make it look less flat and a little more dimensional. And then here's the white cardstock I'm going to use as my background. And I'm trying to mimic the blue color that is in that Pocket Life card in the middle there. And so far in the last couple months, we've gotten 3 different blues from Lindy's Stamp Gang. And I'm going to wind up using the spray. We've gotten a spray, we've gotten one of the magical powders, and then one of the magical shakers. And they're all 3 completely different shades. The one we get this month is more of a denim navy bold blue, whereas the other 2 are a little more turquoisey. And I'm definitely wanting to go with more of a turquoise look here to match that blue in that card. So I'm going to use the spray, and I think we got that 2 color kits ago. It's one of the Starburst sprays from Lindy's, and it's called Tiffany Lou Blue. And I'm just going to use the packaging technique, use my brush to kind of help blend the color. I did add some gesso beforehand to allow for the paint to kind of bleed and spread and blend, because I wasn't sure if I was going to mix and match colors or if I was just going to stick with this one color. Because like I said, I don't want this to be a dark blue. I want it to stay light, and I want it to match the color scheme. So, and I'm just trying to basically put the color behind the big chunk of design there that I have, whatever you want to call that, the piece, that all those pieces that I glued together. I like to glue it all together so I can move it as one big unit as I'm doing there. But I want it to kind of peek around the sides and the bottom and a little bit at the top. So that is why I keep bringing it back, so I can kind of see the placement of what I've got going and what needs to happen. Do I need to add more, or do I need to stop? So that's all I'm doing there. And you know, it doesn't really matter what this looks like at this point, because a lot of it's going to be covered up. And I'm going to add some splatters, and I do wind up just using that blue color. I felt like it was perfect. Now off camera, I did do some machine stitching. I used metallic gold thread and just did some straight back and forth stitching in a couple spots there, because I thought since I had some gold going on in those vellum flowers, that a little bit of gold touches here and there would be pretty. So okay, to pull in some of the orange, I do decide to use some more of the Lindy's magical powders, and I mixed the yellow one that we got this month, the shaker. It's called Yodeling Yellow, and I mixed it with the other orangey color powder that we got last month called Fuzzy Navel Peach. And I just put it on some plastic there, added some water to activate it, and then I'm just going to use a brush to kind of splatter around. And it looks very dark when you first splatter it, but I'm going to lighten it up with my paper towels here. So I don't want that to be dark orange. I just want it to be kind of subtle, kind of a cross between a burnt yellowy orange color. So I'm just going to do that a few times so you'll be able to see just a different color on the background instead of just the blue. But yeah, so I've also got some of these frames. I have not used these yet. These are also from Crepe Paper All Heart. I'm going to use those, and I'm not using them as frames. I'm just going to use them as layers, as something else that's pink, kind of popping out from either side there. And then I'm just going to go through the smaller things now. I'm going to use some die cuts. I'm going to use those little sunglasses because they're so adorable, and you know, they're orange and they match. I'm going to use one of those exclusive fabric bows. I'm going to use that speech bubble that says like. Mainly just things that are orange, pink, and blue. I'm going to use 2 of the exclusive acetate butterflies, and they're both that turquoisey blue color. And again, I'm just going to layer those in on the sides like you see there. I'm going to use this piece of chipboard. It's just a little pink sentiment, it says happy. And then a couple of these clear stickers. I love this clear sticker sheet. Well, they're not clear. They're kind of clear. You can see through them, but they're kind of frosted colors, I guess you would say. I'm definitely using this yellow piece here that says Your Straight Magic, because this photo is adorable. I love it. That's so her. Yeah, that's her. If you knew her, she's not afraid to drink out of the hose. Which I did that growing up. Living in Florida, I think everybody living and growing up in Florida at some point in their childhood drank out of the water hose. So that's nothing new around here. I'm going to cut up this little sticker here from Simple Stories. It says Good Vibes. Thought that was cute. There's so many adorable stickers. I tried to use this little bird, but I just couldn't find a spot for him. So he's going to go back. And then I'm going to start to glue things down, starting with the butterflies. I know they're going to go there. And even though those frames have sticky, they are adhesive, but I still add glue to them because nothing ever wants to stick to gesso. So I want to make sure that those stay put. So I'm going to make sure everything has glue on it. And some things I am adding adhesive foam to pop up off the page. Some things are flat. The photo has got foam under it, but everything else is going to be flat. And then some of the embellishments I will pop up. There's where I'm gluing down those frames. And there's a lot of different ways you could use those for sure. So I'm going to add a lot of glue to the back of this big piece and go ahead and get that attached and make sure it's straight. And it was. I think I'm getting a little bit better at eyeballing things, but I always like to measure to make sure because I'm always afraid it's going to be crooked. I'm going to add some thread. I'm going to go very subtle on the thread. I'm just going to add a soft pink color in 2 spots, and that's it. I thought about adding some of the aqua turquoisey color, but I just didn't. I felt like I had enough of that color going on with the mixed media and those butterflies. So I just went kind of soft on either side with the pink. And then for my title, I haven't used these yet. These are the exclusive Puffy Alpha stickers. We get pink and then kind of a periwinkle blue color. And I thought that since she's taken a drink from the water hose, that my title would be Summer Sippin', because, you know, we always refer to it as take a sip. So I'm going to mix and match and use these adorable thickers that are also pink. I love the font. I love that you get capitals and lowercase. And so my title's going to be Summer Sippin' because, you know, I felt like I needed to use the word summer. I don't know, I just, on summer layouts, I love using the word summer, but I've used it so many times, but I don't think I've ever used the word sippin' on a layout before, so today's that day. Anyway, I'm going to draw on some lines, add my journaling. Now, I do, off camera, I do add the date, and I do add some Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine splatters. And I don't remember how long ago it was, but we did get some gold color shine in one of our color kits years ago. But anyway, there's the final layout. I love how this turned out. Even though it's pretty minimal mixed media for me, I think this is so cute. I love all the orange and the pinks and the yellows, and the photo just makes me smile. And I think even though I've got a ton of things going on, I feel like the photo still stands out against everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I had a lot of fun making it. Came together pretty quickly. I'm really enjoying these kits. So many possibilities. So thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you have a great week.